There was a film that was going to be made on the back of the fame of one of its stars, Eva Green, and Eva Green eventually pulled out, or the film stopped because it said that Eva Green's demands were too extreme, and now the case is in court. And some of the testimony is based on Eva Green's WhatsApp messages, which are fairly frank. And she says that she didn't really mean the things she said in private WhatsApp messages that are now being examined, and she compares them to Daniel Craig's empty threat to slit his wrists rather than make another James Bond movie. Well, I must say I wasn't a great fan of Daniel Craig's interpretation of James Bond, which I thought was dull. I must say I very much enjoyed his interpretation of the American detective in Knives Out, which was exciting and entertaining. It actually kept me awake, whereas the Bond films sent me to sleep. As for a patriot, she says in the WhatsApp messages that she wants to get out, that it's a nightmare. And then she's asked by Max Malin, the barrister, is she accustomed to lying in casual WhatsApp messages? She says, I have a very direct way of saying things. I was not expecting to have my messages exposed in court. It's already very humiliating. Sometimes you say things that you don't mean. I hate a person and say, I'm going to kill this person. Are you going to kill this person? No, it's a cry from the heart. Then she gives the Daniel Craig example. Did he slash his wrists? No, he made another James Bond movie and didn't slash his wrists. Sometimes you say things because you are under extreme pressure, they just come out. I know this story well because I know Daniel, she said, prompting laughter in the court. Well, the problem really comes down to whether or not we are sufficiently in control of ourselves to say what we mean. We can always change our mind. That's a different matter. But if we cannot say what we mean, then presumably we are in a sort of madness. And we are then expecting not to be held responsible for the things that we say if it turns out that people don't like them. That's a form of madness and quite an imposition on our friends, our associates, our colleagues, and anybody indeed who we meet, if we cannot be trusted. So I think Eva Green is on very, very thin ice with this argument. Very thin ice indeed. She might say, well, I'm an actor. Everything I do is hyperbole. In which case, why are we taking her seriously at all?